Good morning. It is Wednesday, November 18th. On your bell ringer, you can label it BR, 1118. Today we are editing two sentences, 1 and 2. Our first one, Miss Moon, our principal, requested funds from the Rotary Club to buy computers for hiring a computer specialist and to open a computer center. Let's take care of the capitalization mistakes first. Miss Moon is a proper noun, so we need to capitalize Miss, and we'll take care of this mistake too. We need a period for Miss and capitalize her name, Moon. Principal, unless it is used as a title like Principal Gibson, we're going to remove the capital P and make it lowercase. So unless it's used as a title, be for a person's last name. If it's just principal without the last name after it, it stays lowercase. Rotary Club, if you have a specific name of a club, it's a proper noun. So we're going to capitalize the R and capitalize the C. That takes care of all of our capitalization mistakes. And now our mistakes are all punctuation and something we call parallel structure, which I'll describe to you here in just a moment. Now for punctuation. Miss Moon, our principal, we put a comma to divide here. This is extra information describing Miss Moon. This is called an appositive. An appositive means we have a noun phrase that goes back to describe Miss Moon. So we separate it by commas. Parallel structure. Parallel structure means we have to have the same type of verb phrases. To buy computers, comma. So to is at the beginning of each phrase. To buy computers. Hire, we want to keep it all in present tense. Buy, hire, open. To buy computers, comma, hire computer specialists, or specialist, we just need one, comma, and we already have to, the infinitive here, so we don't have to repeat it, and open a computer center. And it takes care of the wordiness. So reading it over again, it sounds better as well. Miss Moon, our principal, requested funds from the Rotary Club to buy computers, hire a computer specialist, and open a computer center. Parallel structure. We have all of our verbs in the same tense, and we aren't mixing it up with our different verb forms. They're all in the same. Okay? Number 2, James took Rohan on his pizza deliveries so that his friend would not be obsessing alone about his recent breakup with his beautiful girlfriend Gloria. Not be obsessing. We're going to take out be. This is almost slang language, not be obsessing. It would be would not obsess. Beautiful is misspelled. And here, just like we had in the first one, we have an appositive. We have a noun that is being described beforehand. So we put a noun, or excuse me, a comma between it. And that's it for the second one. Here is your bell ringer for Thursday, November 19th. Label it BR 1119. And it involves the homophones, capital with an AL and capital with an OL. Capital with an AL more frequently is used than capital with an OL because capital with an AL is used for principal cities of states and countries. Example, the capital of France is Paris. A capital with an OL refers to a building where legislators meet. In the United States, Congress is sometimes called Capitol Hill. Okay, for your bell ringer, you have 4 to do. You don't have to write these down. You just need to write the answers that I'm going to write in the boxes. Would you associate each of the following with capital or capital OL? Stockholm, Sweden. Don't forget that the AL is associated with cities and the OL is associated with buildings. Stockholm, Sweden. Stockholm is the city of Sweden. So number 1, you're going to write capital with an A. United States Senate. United States Senate is located in the north wing of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. So that's going to be associated with the building. We're going to use an O for that capital. Legislation. Legislation is law which has been enacted by a legislature or a governing body. It can be Washington, D.C., it can be Charleston, West Virginia. Legislation is more associated with a building than it would be a city because legislatures meet in a building to enact, to discuss these laws. So it's going to be more associated with a building. And our last one, I'm going to call that person back after we do this bell ringer. Lansing, Michigan. Lansing, city in Michigan. So it's going to be capital with an A. The phone call got me a little bit off track. Not only is Lansing a city in Michigan, it's also the capital. All right, thank you so much. The phone call got me a little bit off track. Not only is Lansing a city in Michigan, it's also the capital. The phone call got me a little bit off track. Not only is Lansing a city in Michigan, it's also the capital. This is your bell ringer for Friday, November 20th. It's a journal, paragraph length, makes it 5 points, and using a transition word adds 1 point. Choose between the 2 prompts. Write at least 4 sentences. Use one of the transition words or phrases below in the journal and circle it. In this week's journal, the transition words you have to choose from, and remember you need to identify them by circling them making them bold-faced, putting parentheses around them, doing something, maybe even before you do your journal, writing the transition word before the paragraph begins. You have to identify it. Just including it will not render you the 1 point. The ones you are to use are either, while, beside, however, or regardless. The first option is this one. Envision a future in which you have a personalized robot who does all of your work. What features would your robot possess? How would you interact with it? What would it be capable of doing? So prompt 1 is for you more creative writers. It's, of course, science fiction. And prompt 2, who are the real high school heroes? Describe them. This journal is more for the insightful writer. I would say this is for those of you who want to think outside of the box. And finally, for bonus, +2, you can attach a relevant picture for either journal. Online images, please. Unless you are an artist, I do not want doodles or any stick figures for that. So I'm going to leave this up a little bit longer so you can view each prompt and make your decision.